The following podcast is a member of the Pokecasters Network. Pokecasters Network, supporting Pokemon content creators, their shows, and the community of Pokemon fans. To find out more, check out PokecastersNetwork.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
An impending L. Oh my gosh.
I am getting an impending L. I'm definitely losing this game, or I might get stalemated, but he doesn't know how to finish me off.
In a skin suit. That's why it's so saggy.
Oh, why am I actually garbage on mine?
And that's a great intro. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself, and with me here with a unicorn on their lap.
It's me, Mansour. I'm so happy I adopted this unicorn from the nearest dimension of heaven. And I've got someone with me who eats Ethernet cables like they're noodles.
It's me, Muhammad. They're rich in copper, which is a metal, and iron is also a metal, and you need that, so...
Hashtag big brain. How you guys doing today?
I'm still very confused about the unicorn, and he said which dimension of heaven, because some would argue that unicorns are not heavenly creatures.
We'll leave that one to the audience.
I don't know. I have a giant unicorn stuffed animal on my lap right now to prevent my mic from falling down off its boom stand. Speaking of, ladies and gentlemen of home, introducing new Mike. New Mike, how you doing today?
Ooh, new Mike.
See, my new mic has 3 different settings that I will not be fiddling with during episodes, unlike some people. It has its natural setting, which sounds like this, its dark setting, which sounds like this, and its bright setting, which sounds like this. I don't know if there's too much of a difference as I switch over back to natural. But
could not tell.
I think it's noticeable enough if I were to be right here and talk to you guys. Hello, how's it going? Everything going well? Cool. Yeah, great. Anyway.
Hey, could you while you're right up next to them, could you lay out a tongue twister for us? Something about peppers being pickled and...
Yeah, so I read a story a very long time ago. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Thank you.
Very good breath control.
Well,
wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Shout out Yellow Wolf for...
Before you started your sentence, you did when you did the it was crispy. It was very crispy.
Oh, never do that again, please. God, that's
the difference between mic qualities. When Andrew does it, it sounds very nice and crispy. When I do it, it sounds
no. When he did it, I couldn't really hear it, and you just went right up to the mic and.
Hello. No.
Sorry.
Okay.
By the way, I'm looking at the D&D. This is on the D&D wiki, and unicorns are regarded as celestial, which are in the same category as angels.
I'm sorry. Is D&D real?
No.
In real life, unicorns are not heavenly creatures.
Okay, is Dungeons and Dragons
unicorns
real?
Don't exist.
The question.
No. It's not a matter of whether they exist. It's that in this world they are not heavenly creatures.
Actually, to be fair, in the world that we live in, unicorns kind of exist on a regular basis. I mean, there's ponytails and rapidashes flying all over the place. Speaking of them not really actually flying, what happened in the last episode? Anyone?
Is Keldeo a unicorn?
Keldeo is unicorn-y. That means anything.
Fair.
Because it's got the horn, it's got the 4 legs, it is horse-like. I was going to say horsey, but that's a Pokemon. Anyway, recap. Anyone want to volunteer themselves to do it?
Not it.
Nose goes, my nose is on.
Oh, I guess it's me. Last time, nothing happened. The end. Okay, I mean, basically, there was a Tauros, and they calmed the Tauros down, which was one of the tasks. And frankly, I think Victini or whoever was making the task was getting real bored at that point, started just listing off random Pokemon that they got annoyed with. So they're like, you know what? There's this Tauros that's been annoying me for the past couple of days. Just calm them down. So they did that. They traveled for a while. Kyle had more dot-related dreams, which makes no sense to anybody except me. And they reached Johto City, a city that, for some reason, doesn't seem to have the same sort of impact of the dark force that's been happening that other cities have. Kyle and Keldeo kind of went around, looked for information, and got some. Whether they remember it, whether I remember it, to be determined. And then Ralph decided to do a very un-Ralph-like thing and went to the library, where he looked at old books, including stuff based on like the ancient times of Alcast and Alcast-related events, and found an old bottle that apparently has some voice inside it.
Oh yeah. What did the voice say? Do you remember?
Help me, I believe.
Help me. Okay.
To be fair, everyone at home, we are recording this an entire week after the previous episode. So
No,
an entire week.
3 weeks.
An entire week.
It's a week, Muhammad. It's a week.
No. See, normally we forget some things during a week, but the amount that we're forgetting is not excusable for a week. We have higher standards than that on this show, and we're allowed to make excuses.
It was a week.
Alright.
Oh God.
And with
Okay,
No,
Anirudh,
yeah.
you're closer to him. Can you like go over there and like just confiscate his laptop real quick?
Yeah,
Delete the other software.
You say that like he's in the next room over, not like 100 miles away.
hold up, I got this.
2,000?
If you don't give me the there, got it.
You better not reinstall that software while we're recording.
Well, no, I got him. The laptop. Do you want the laptop back? I will give you the laptop back if you promise not to use that voice changing thing anymore. Okay, here. Okay, here. Take it back.
I was gonna ask you to delete the software and not just confiscate the laptop, but okay.
I think this might have backfired on me because I, in the joking matter, I muted him, and now I think he's either kicked off the call or just muted him. There
Oh
we
no,
go.
I'm
Yes,
back.
there we go.
I didn't unmute myself.
There we go. Great.
I was
There's
gonna
thank you.
but
Brother.
it's-
All right.
Motion to kick him off the show.
No.
I'm leaning that way. We don't.
Literally
we don't
every
really
episode
need-
you guys kick me off the show.
I'm gonna be honest. I've seen successful one-on-one shows. So, anyway,
Oh, no.
All in favor?
I'm gonna hesitate just because he's done enough recaps that I think in the contract he's Wait, you're voting for yourself? All right.
Get me out of here.
All right. You know what?
All
Let's.
opposed?
I'm also opposed.
I'm getting a 1-to-1 vote, of which neither of the people suggesting this have actually. Anyway,
It's the duality of man.
you know what? Okay, guys, I think this intro has gone on long enough. Audience at home, I promise that this is your first episode. We're not usually this dumb. We pride
Also,
ourselves
this is your
on.
first episode. Why?
Yeah, that's another thing. There's summary episodes and the first episode and the second and the third. Anyway, all the same, thank you very much for joining us. Let's dive on in, shall we? Last time on Not a Scratch, help me. This time on Not a Scratch, Ralph's reaction. We zoom in to Ralph's reaction.
Whoa, who is that?
What? Oh my gosh! I wonder who that could be. Like that. So you hear a voice basically going like, "Help me." I don't remember if that was the exact tone, but all the same, somebody saying, "Help me." As you find this bottle. Now, you can put 2 and 2 together, or you don't. That's also a theory.
I don't think I put 2 and 2 together at this point.
Great.
Well, it's from the bottle, right?
Probably.
I look at I like hold the bottle up, and I'm like, can you? Is that coming from the bottle?
Would you hear a reaction? Roll perception? Yeah.
Here we
Roll
go.
perception.
Again with the see if my dice are behaving today. Nat 20.
What?
All right, that's a good start.
Yes, they are.
That's a good start today. So,
Woo!
yes, this is clearly coming from the bottle. At this point, you can tell it's clearly coming from the bottle. Like even though they're not talking anymore, whoever they are, clearly coming from the bottle. Now, as you look into the bottle, oh darn, what do I give you for a nat 20? I was just gonna be like, yeah, move on.
Tell me what it is. Like I don't know what to say. It's up to you though.
Oh, how do I do this?
You see the ghost of Snow Future.
Oh no. Oh, we haven't talked about snow in a long time.
Okay, so you look into the bottle, and you can tell something's inside of it. Not by like weight, because the weight doesn't seem to be anything, but almost like the bottle is looking at you, if that makes any sense.
Oh wow.
You can tell something's
Can I-
inside of it. This bottle, I don't know if I've described it in the past. It looks ancient. It looks like it came straight out of that old dusty book that you were reading a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Even though it was
Is
in the
it
back corner.
Is it transparent?
It is. What's in between? Translucent, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's translucent. Like, you can tell there's something in there. It almost looks liquid in a way, whatever's inside of it, but it's talking. So I don't know. Make it
Is the bottle like dusty or grimy in any way?
Before you picked it up, this thing was blending in with the dust bunnies behind you. So
Okay, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna try to get a better. I'm gonna try to get a better view of what's it called, of what's inside, just by like trying to like rub some of the dust off, maybe on the outside.
okay, roll
He's just
Arcana.
rubbing the genie's lamp. Okay.
Roll Arcana.
I'm running the genie's lamp. Okay, if I get another nat 20, it'd be insane right now.
No, he's about to get a 13.
No, it's a 9.
Okay.
Oh. That's my third guess.
You rub off the dust, making it more clear to see what's inside. Again, still not 100% sure what it exactly is, but you can tell there's something inside, and it's presumably talking to you like, hey, hi, help me, hello.
How big is the opening of the bottle?
Like the size of, if you made a ring with your pinky, like not too big.
Okay, so it's very, very thin-necked or whatever.
It's a thin neck bottle. It looks like, I don't know how to describe this. Wait. But yeah, it's a thin neck. Let me look up something and see if I can figure it out.
While you're doing that, I'm just hung up on the if you make a ring with your pinky that diameter. Like, what? Does your pinky not just
I
fold
think it
in
just
on
means
itself?
pinky width. I think that's
Well,
just
no,
what
like
it means,
a thumb to pinky, if that makes any sense.
Thumb to pinky.
Thumb to pinky.
thumb to pinky.
That's.
As opposed to like thumb to
Oh.
middle finger, which would be larger. I don't know. Thumb to pinky is the smallest I can think of.
It's like basically the same size.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are
All right.
very similar.
Thumb to the back pinky knuckle. How's that?
To the back of the pinky.
But now the pinky folds in on itself and the bottle's sealed.
Well, can you not? You know what? I oughta.
Oh.
It's a small indentation.
Oh wait, I did it.
Yeah. What? I don't know what your. Is it so impossible to wrap your finger around? Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway.
I'm not double jointed. Okay.
Okay.
If you want to get an accurate size of the size of the bottle, you should put your tongue to your elbow, and then the space
Yeah,
in
yeah,
between.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
All right. So this is what pops into my
Oh,
head.
I actually just cracked something in my neck.
Okay, great.
You can't lick your elbow. That's the joke.
No, I know, and I was doing it as a meme, and then I like cracked my neck a little bit.
Okay. Both of you guys and anybody that doesn't know this, if you look up, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Pot of Generosity,
As opposed to pot of greed.
as opposed to Pot of Greed. It's a different type of card. In fact, this card is
Wait, I just
garbage.
typed in pot of greed.
Pot of Generosity. To describe it for people at home, it's got two like rings for handles, and outside of that looks like a pretty standard vase. It's got a face on it, but that's not the case.
It's a vase. It's a vase that looks like a trophy.
Yes, yeah. It's basically that, except the top, like the opening, is very thin, so it like gets real close. If that makes any sense.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what I'm
You
picturing.
can sip out of it.
You can sip out of it. However, if you would like to drink the creature inside, please don't.
Wouldn't want to do that.
Wait, correction. You can sip out of a vase. That's not hard. You can
I
chug
like-
out of it.
You could chug out of the generosity thing, yeah.
I speak into the opening of the bottle. I'm like,
Oh my God.
what do you need help with?
I think the creature's like, okay, can you get back, please? That's like air.
I was gonna say, like, that seems
I wasn't-
incredibly rude.
No, I wasn't like, no, I don't, I'm not like mouth to bottle face. I'm like, I just angle it so that when I speak, it's like into the bottle. That's it. I'm not like,
And now the sound
Bring it
waves
to
are
my mouth.
echoing on the inside and the outside of the bottle, and it's creating this real cavernous effect, and it's amplifying, and this poor creature just wants to have eardrums.
Yeah, hi, can you step back, please?
oh, fine, okay. I put the bottle down. I step away from it like 2 steps. I'm like, is this better? Is this more comfortable?
Yeah, just don't breathe on me, please.
Okay, understood. How can I help you?
Hi. I'm kind of stuck in here.
Okay. Do you want to get out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you want me to pour you out?
You could try that. I don't know what's going on, man.
Okay, I pick up the bottle and I like just turn it upside down and like give it a little shake.
Roll strength with disadvantage.
Oh boy. Okay. I've got +3 on both of them though, so let's see what happens.
Shatters the bottle.
Oh, not one.
Shatters the bottle.
Wait, hold up. I give you strength with disadvantage, and you rolled that one. Okay, I thought it
Yes.
said advantage for a second.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? The bottle shatters. That's it. Game. Yeah, why not? The bottle shatters, and we close this plot point. Meanwhile, Kyle, what are you doing with Kelly?
Wait! Did I just commit murder? Is the thing inside dead? What happened?
Kyle, how's your conversation with Keldeo going? I know you don't know how to speak the ancient language, but Keldeo's doing a solid job interpreting everything for you. How's this going?
Yeah, I mean, like, so if I remember correctly, right, Kelvio's just kind of going around looking for some clue as to, is there something we could do nearby to fulfill one of the tasks, right?
Correct. Yeah, this is almost like a scouting mission in a way of just like, okay, this town seems. I think Keldeo has also noticed that things seem remarkably calm considering where everybody else has been. Like this town doesn't have that same sort of like scared feel that other places are. So he's almost trying to figure out what that is as well.
Question. What are the names of the other towns we've been in? Keldeo's from Unova town.
There's Unova, another one, and Johto. I think we've only been to 3 towns. One of which.
Yeah, we've only been to 3. What was the name of the town with the tournament in it?
Sinnoh?
Okay, I have a theory. I have a very like wishy-washy theory that is probably not true.
Based on my, I'm gonna give you this hint. Based on me not remembering what town name it is, I can assure you that you're probably wrong. But go ahead.
Okay, but now that I've thrown the theory out there, I can will it into existence.
Potentially, as we have proven today, plot points can be destroyed very easily.
With the roll of a die.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. So Keldeo's continuing having this conversation, kind of just like tossing out, like he'll whisper loudly to give you information of like, oh, okay, so it is remarkably calm here. Great. Ratatatatata, like etc. Like continuing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Kyle is kind of just chilling because they're making really good pace, and like they're making decent pace. And things seem to be okay in this town, and I mean Kyle still doesn't understand the weird dreams he's been having, so in Kyle's mind all is kind of okay-ish for now, so.
Okay,
Kyle's just enjoying the ride. I can't wait for like you in post to like hear the dramatic shift, because like there's a very good chance that things were not okay with Kyle, and I've just forgotten that.
And things were not okay.
But I feel like things were fine.
I think things were okay. I think this was almost like a rest day in a way. You guys like working really hard, and then now you're in a town like, hey, maybe I can sleep in a bed today. Like, whoa, that'd be crazy, guys.
Or a tree.
Or a tree. I don't know.
Kyle would like to sleep in
a tree house.
Best of both worlds.
So I think Keldeo's continuing to have conversations with everyone, and then comes back to you a little bit later, kind of like motioning you, like, "Hey, let me just go for a walk by myself with no one around." Da 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 da. Like,
well, I thought like we've been like walking around, like I've been like with Keldeo.
Yeah, but he's kind of going off like away from the people.
Yeah.
And then after a bit of distance between you, Keldeo kind of like leans on some wall or something like that, just chilling. And
just talking to himself, normal crazy person things.
Well, okay, so I think Keldeo pulls out some sort of notebook in a way and starts jotting things down. Ignore the logistics of this. We're just going to assume Keldeo can jot things down. Keldeo's magic.
We've already established that Keldeo can write in notebooks.
Very true.
We established this like when we first introduced Keldeo.
Also very true. So Keldeo pulls out a notebook and starts jotting things down, mumbling to himself. Of course, actually having a conversation with you, but everybody else, that's what it looks like at least. Actually, let me see if somebody notices something. Nope, no one notices anything. Okay. Keldeo's real good at faking notebook writing, I guess. So Keldeo, kind of with a conversation with you, is like, okay, so, interesting. So, okay, I've got 2 leads, both of which might not lead us anywhere.
Classic.
So there is, and he points out in the distance, like in the direction that you guys were going, behind the town from where you were entering. So there's a forest down there, and supposedly there are golden apples in that forest that are guarded by some creature, and we gotta go do the natural, like beat the creature, save the day, that sort of stuff. Also, there could be sawsbuck leaves. Don't know how that could work, but there's a couple of tasks that could be done there. Maybe, maybe not. Okay.
Kyle's just giving the look of like, Interesting. Go on.
The second thing is, and points in a different direction, I don't know, like west or something like that. That way, they're supposed to be like traveling. There's like a city down there that's selling a bunch of rare and expensive goods. And when I think rare, expensive goods, the tight belt, which is one of the things we gotta look for, comes to mind. I don't know if it's as easy as we could just buy it, because after winning that tournament, I do have a couple of gold bars. Maybe that's enough for the tight belt. Maybe not. Don't know. So that's a couple of ideas there. And then, do you feel like the town's just really normal?
Kyle just nods like, yup, and?
Well, that just seems weird, because we were in, Unova Town and Ashramanta Town, and those seemed panicky.
Kyle just shrugs like, I don't know, dude.
I don't know, there's something weird about this town. I don't know what it is. Oh well.
Kyle's just giving him a look of just like, what do you want me to do?
I don't know, maybe you had some weird, like, time travel thingy thing that you dealt with or something like that. Any experience that you could lean on? Like, hey, I remember when X Town was doing this, then Y, Z, etc. Anything.
Kyle, for like, maybe like the third or fourth time ever, like, actually says words to Keldio. and is like, you realize I don't do this time travel thing normally, right?
Hey, look, man, you did the time travel thing once, and I thought, once a time traveler, always a time traveler, because time is circular or something like that. I feel like there was...
Kyle's just giving Keldio the weirdest look, like the look of just like, are you okay, sir?
It's been a long day, I don't know. I think at the very least, neither of those journeys can be completed today. Let's just take a rest. We can get some supplies as well. Maybe I can figure out what's bothering me so much about this town. And where's Ralph?
I'm in the library wondering what the heck did I just do?
Like Keldio's like
Keldio asks Kyle, where is Ralph?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where's Ralph?
I forget. Did we establish that like Kyle saw Ralph go off on his own?
Yes. I don't know if you said where, but I know that Kyle at least knows Ralph went that way.
Okay. So in response to Caldio's question of where's Ralph, Kyle's just gonna point that away.
All right, we might as well. It's gonna take us a while to probably find Ralph, because I don't know the city. Do you? Dumb question. Anyway, it's gonna take us a while to find Ralph, and I think that's a good reason as any to settle down here, at least for today.
Kyle just gives a nod.
All right, and then you go that away to find Ralph. Now, Ralph, you're inside a building, so unless they check every building, I don't know if they're gonna find you. How are you? How you doing?
My gosh, are you okay?
Ooh,
Also, none of the bottle's broken. What's in? Like, what do I see? What's inside?
It looks like a
shattered glass.
Yeah, it's a broken glass. There doesn't seem to be anything inside. And
what?
You hear the voice.
You said something was inside.
You hear the voice behind you, like, well, that didn't work.
Behind me?
Yeah, behind you.
I turn around.
And you see that bottle.
Damn it! No.
I pick up the bottle. I'm like, what happened?
Well,
Are you in a second bottle?
Well, I've never tried breaking my bottle. That doesn't seem to work, as you can see there. Points at the shattered remains of the first bottle.
Huh. How did you get in the bottle?
I don't really know.
Do you know how long you've been in the bottle?
A long time. I can't give you a lot of answers. I'm not sure myself.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see. So I've tried shaking you out. Do you want to try that again?
Oh, hold on.
I guess. I don't know if that'll.
I'll try shaking.
Okay, so
I'll try shaking it again.
Hopefully I don't. Okay, so shaking it last time resulted in the breaking, correct?
Yes.
Okay, since we're doing the same action again, and last time I gave you disadvantage. You can try this again. It will be double disadvantage, if that means anything.
So 4 dice?
3 dice.
And then
Or
take
one
the
extra,
lowest?
one extra dice.
3. Oh boy. Alright.
You can try that if you'd like.
I'll give it a try. The odds are very stacked against my favor.
Worst case scenario, what happens? It breaks again, right?
Then just back to square one.
Then
another nat one. Okay, yeah. No,
Wait, did you get another nat one?
Yes. So it breaks a second time.
So let me get this straight. We started off with a nat 20, a nat 1, and a nat 1.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
It was on the same die too.
So
which is annoying.
it breaks. Crash. This time the voice comes from the voice behind you is like, you should probably stop trying to throw me to the ground and try shaking instead.
I was trying. Okay, I'm clearly not very good at this.
And then you hear a voice from the front of the building.
What's the voice?
Ooh, I gotta make sure. Now, could you possibly try not breaking everything? I can hear the noise behind you.
Are you the librarian?
And the librarian comes up, and it's the wish cache.
Oh yeah, we had a wish cache as librarian.
Well, I didn't confirm that, but this is a wish cache, like the wish cache that you met.
Oh, that's the one that I met.
Yeah.
Oh my god, sick.
I'm sorry, could you... Wait a minute.
Hi.
Oh, things are gonna get much more complicated, aren't they?
They already are complicated. I just broke 2 bottles. I'm sorry.
That's great. Okay, come with me. Are your friends here as well?
Not my current friend. Well, they're in the city.
Not my current friends.
I made a.
They're not my friends.
Whoa, hey! I thought we established this dude was a loader before all this started.
What is it? I made a new friend, and they're stuck in a bottle, and I was wondering if you knew how to get them out. And I show the wish cache the bottle.
Sure, yeah. Come with me one moment. Leave the bottle there. Let me see if I can find something for them.
Okay. I go closer to Bob. Like, I'll come back for you. Don't worry.
I have 2 different directions in my head of what's about to happen, and I feel like one of them is, and I just don't know which one, and I'm so excited.
Okay. I can guarantee you're going to be wrong, because you walk in front of the library. So you are now, in... Kyle, you and Kelly are in this section. I feel like you would check the library once noticing that it is a library. Would that be correct? Or would you think...
It's Ralph!
I'm wondering...
But it's Ralph. How dare you?
What's going to appeal to you more? The fact that you can go to a library, or the fact that Ralph is probably not in a library? Which one of these are you acting on?
Tunnel vision. Right now, it's looking for Ralph.
Okay, in that case, you're probably not going to the library. Okay.
Yeah.
So Galdio kind of points out some buildings that are nearby, what buildings are nearby? This is an ancient town. So what's an ancient town? It's like a stonecutters thing and a forge.
There's a blacksmith.
The blacksmith, the forge.
There's a baker. There's a random tavern.
Yeah.
I guess.
So of those
that's
places,
more medieval. Wait, these are all medieval, not ancient.
Ancient, medieval. But this is before 2010, so therefore it's ancient.
Before 2010, there's a Blockbuster.
Yeah.
There's a Radio Shack.
Exactly. All right, so you guys head into Radio Shack, and then
there's a Circuit City.
Oh gosh, that's a throwback. All right. Anyway, so you guys head not into the library, and we bounce back over to Library Land. You are now in Wish Cash's office, I guess you could say, or the librarian's office.
Wow.
And you can see this is like a office. It's a librarian's office. What are you gonna, more books and stuff.
What does the librarian do to get away from the books? Bury himself in books.
Exactly. These books don't have to be organized, therefore much more appealing.
True.
So, Wish Cache kind of gives you a seat, I guess, or just motions you to sit down.
I sit down.
Okay, I gotta remember what Wish Cache's voice exactly was. It's a soft. I forget if it was sage-like or not.
It kind of was, if I remember correctly.
I think it was.
Much more like this, and the things and stuff like that.
Maybe
so.
He's got
that wasn't exactly it, but that was kind of close.
Okay, that's close enough. All right. This is the downside with making all these characters.
Make age the voice about 15 years.
Very well. This is the type of. Okay, great.
I think I'm pretty sure that was.
All right, he's older in this world than the dream world. We're gonna go with that. I don't know. Some.
Well, I was matching the dream world voice.
He's
in my head.
He's mastering the art of projecting yourself in the dream world. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so did we have a name for this Wish Cache? Just Elder, right?
Yeah, I think it was just the Elder.
Yes.
Okay,
just
great.
The Elder.
Great, just making sure. So the Elder sort of sits down and starts rummaging through some of his books as he motions for you to have a seat in a chair nearby.
I'm seated.
My friend Ralph, do you understand what exactly that bottle is?
No, I just know that it needs help, and I want to help it.
This is the less exciting direction I was thinking of. Sad.
This is a very, very dangerous thing that you have come across.
Dangerous how?
Now, what I am about to say may surprise you. It may shock you. It may be different than what you expected.
Okay, I'm listening.
The creature in that bottle is a force of pure evil.
Oh,
It is darkness
Okay.
incarnate. It is every incorrect decision. It is every vile thought. It is every evil action, and all merged together into a creature that has been sentenced into that bottle.
why do you have that in your library?
I did not bring it there.
Okay, who brought it here?
I do not know. What I do know is this, that it has found you, and you must do your best to avoid it. At least, that is what I think. You are free to take whatever action you wish.
How do you know it's pure evil and all that?
Because of the bottle itself. An unbreakable bottle. A force inside that asks for help when it does not deserve it. A force that pulses evil around it.
Right, but like, how do you know that?
I have seen many things in my day. I have seen what is inside that bottle. It should not come out.
Oh, okay. So just your experience.
Why do
Well,
I feel
I
like what
was-
else about to do is stupid?
I came here looking for answers, specifically with this like ancient mountain that I'm trying to get up, and I'm trying to find the password to. And then I just kind of came across the bottle.
My friend, if you wish to go down that path, and it is a very, very dangerous path, that bottle has the answers you need.
Oh,
Because you are
okay,
walking
well, how
up
about I?
the mountain of evil, and so evil has come down to you. And if you want to think of it that way, I don't know. I'm running out of
That works.
metaphors here. Like,
No, that computes. I get it. No, I got it. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna do my best not to release it, but I have an idea. Thank you, Elder.
I'm
And I walk out of
about
the
to do is stupid.
and I walk out of the office and I go back to where the bottle is.
okay, you walk back out to where the bottle is.
I told the bottle, all right, I'll help you, but I came here looking for answers, and so you give me the answer I'm looking for, and then I will set you free. This is what I tell it.
Okay.
So, hypothetically, if you are at the base of this mountain, and then you walk, and it's like a dark and scary mountain, and then you walk up to a door, and someone asks you for a password, what would the password be?
Roll cute. This is either intimidation or persuasion, depending on how you want to do this, but either way, it's still a cute roll.
I don't think I'm trying to be intimidating.
I was gonna say this is perhaps the least intimidating thing he could be doing.
Hey,
You're gonna give me the password.
if you were to walk up a mountain and give a password, what would you say? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No.
All right, here we go. Dice, please behave. Oh! 17 plus 1?
Okay, so it's an 18.
Yeah.
Roll
Another one?
Okay.
Okay.
Roll what? Roll perception with advantage. So roll beauty. with
Okay.
advantage.
Okay.
Or insight. I don't know, it's the same thing.
Advantage. Beauty. 8. I kid you not, the die that has rolled 2 nat 1s rolled a third nat 1. The other die had an 8.
Okay.
Why do I feel like you're about to throw away a die after this recording session?
No. I would, if I was gonna throw it away, I would have thrown it away like 3 recording sessions ago.
The whatever's inside this bottle kind of comes out or like speaks up and it says, I guess like I don't know, basic password things like 1 2 3 4 password. Is this a writing password? Because you could put like a capital letter. Maybe that'll help.
It's a spoken password.
The spoken password. Something important to the person behind the door. I don't know how much you know about the people behind the door. Are you trying to get into a secret society or something?
It. It is fairly secretive. Yes.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't really know. Sorry. It's cool if that means
Okay.
that I don't get out of the bottle. Like,
I
that's
s-
fine. I wouldn't have been too much
Hold
help.
on. I slam both of my hands adjacent to the bottle, like as if I'm just missing it. I'm like, listen, buddy, I know you're playing dumb. That Whiskash told me everything. You're gonna tell me exactly what this password is, or I'm gonna just smash you on the ground over and over and over again. And I know you can't escape the bottle that way. I will literally bring you with me, and I will just keep perpetually throwing you on the ground over and over. And then when you ask to stop, I'll only talk by putting the mouthpiece, the opening of the bottle right up to my mouth, and it's gonna be really uncomfortable the whole time.
The bottle basically.
That's intimidation.
The bottle basically bounces back as you slam the fist in a way. Roll intimidation with advantage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please.
Ugh.
And it's cute. So it's +1.
I love how intimidating.
Oh my god! 7 + 1 is 8. This is ridiculous.
L.
Oh.
You hear the voice come like cry out, "I really don't know anything. Just put me back."
I take the bottle and I take the bottle and I smash it against the ground.
Oh, he wasn't bluffing.
It smashes on the
Do you
ground.
think I'm bluffing, kid?
It smashes on the ground. It pops out to the back and it's like, "I really don't know what you're talking about."
I take the bottle and I bring it right up to my mouth. And I'm like, and I speak with as much exhalation as possible. I'm like, "You think I'm bluffing, kid? I will ruin your life for eternity.
Joke's on you. My life is already ruined. Ha! Take that."
I'm gonna make it as painful as possible."
You try being
Man,
stuck
Ralph
in a
really
bottle.
has turned evil. Oh my goodness. This is amazing.
You try being stuck in a bottle all your life, not remembering anything, and then try to figure it out. Fine, I'll just sit here and wait. Maybe somebody better, maybe somebody heroic will show up.
Oh, I don't know about that. Let me check my items 1 second. See if I have anything that would. I have a random. Oh, the gold bar is like currency.
Yeah.
Box fire drum, frozen rock, book of myths.
Just smack him with a book of myths or something. Tell me your secret.
I'm trying to think of something.
Forges like a really pointy like rod out of a gold bar and just starts poking
Poke it in
into
there.
the bottle.
I don't know why you're being so violent.
I don't want to pull out a legendary item. That would be a really bad idea.
Let me smash this drum on it. Yeah. Okay, so while this is happening, if you want to
I don't
continue.
know what to do.
Oh, you know? Okay, never mind. Good.
I said I don't know what to do.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking.
All right, so while you're thinking, let's jump over. So we have a bottle being smashed in the corner over and over again. The Wish Cash thinking like, oh gosh, I have to clean all this up. Hello, this is Anirudh, the GM, PM, DM of Not a Scratch, and thank you so much for listening to this episode. As always, episodes come out weekly, so be sure to follow us, subscribe, and do all those important things you ought to do when supporting a podcast. If you've enjoyed the episode and want to support us in any way, shape, or form that you can, the best way to do so is to share us with your friends, share us with your siblings. I think I might have used that one before, but also share us with your siblings. There'll be a reference to why I say that later on in this midsection, so stay tuned for 3.5 minutes. Also, leave us a review on your podcasting platform. Reviews help to bring new people into our community and also give us advice on what we can improve on in the future. You can also follow us on Twitter at NotAScratchCast or email us as well at notascratchcast@gmail.com if you have any cool ideas to add to the podcast or just want to reach out to us. We also have a Discord and a website, both available in the description below. You can join both of those and check them out for all sorts of things, from a great community on the Discord to all the episodes, our merch page and art page on our website. All of this available for free. All you gotta do is click the link and check it out. Speaking of art page, if you send us your art via email or on Twitter with the hashtag NotAScratchCast, or just add us, that also works too, you might see it on our website. Our website and merch update over time, so stay tuned. We want to thank Glitch City for the songs Kirby's Dream Land, the Lo-Fi remix, and Pokemon Center theme Lo-Fi Lullaby remix. And we also want to thank Tabletop Audio for the songs Antiquarian Study, Medieval Town, Medieval Library, Dark Angel, Solemn Vow, Elven Glade, and Thieves Guild. We also want to shout out our patrons. We at Not a Scratch have a Patreon where you can get amazing extra benefits regarding the show and its future, including early access to episodes, including ad-free versions, so no midsection here on Patreon. You can check out special behind-the-scenes looks of what goes into the game, special newscasts from the Outcast region, and more. Speaking of ad and more, our special guest is over here. If you want to pop up on the chair real quick.
Hello, I'm Susie, and we're starting a new show on
Patreon. It's Patreon.
Patreon. And it's sort of like the podcast, except no humans. We're all cool with humans for the show, but no human. It's just the people on the show. So you get to meet all sorts of people, like me and my big brother, and because he's producing the show, and yeah, it's gonna be on Patreon for anyone to see if you are a member of any tier. So I don't have a name yet, but the name will be soon. So you should check that out. Also, I edit the episodes.
Susie just left. Okay, great. Sure, Susie edits the episodes. Susie's been editing since day one. That's right, I got a Ralt's editing my episodes. Who do you guys have? Oh, that's my flex. Anyway, if you're a member of our Patreon, not only do you get access to that brand new show that'll be starting relatively soon, you'll also be recognized during the show. So, thank you to our guild interns Ginny, Harper, and Ursa93, our guild members Kira1 and Alchemage, our guild master Eli, our governor Suited Tree, and our wiggly goat Pure Glaceon. I sincerely mean this. The support that you give us, regardless of how much it is extremely helpful to not only support us, but also support the new avenues of content that we're trying to explore. So thank you so much if you support us financially. Of course, just sharing the show does just as much, if not more, to the show and its improvement over time. So, even if you're not able to financially support us, we perfectly understand. It makes sense. But if you could share the show with other people and help the show grow, it really, truly does help. Not only to create better and faster content, but also helps support us. Maybe somebody else is able to financially support us, even if you aren't able to, and create, a big community that grows just from this little old idea I had a couple years ago. So for everyone out there, regardless of if you're supporting financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, thank you so much for your support. For more information on anything that we've discussed so far, you can check out the links in the episode description or contact us on Discord or Twitter. And if you're interested in having a promo on the show for your podcast, we'd love to help. All you have to do is send us an email or contact us on Twitter or Discord, and we'd be happy to discuss more. Speaking of promos, mentioned this in a few episodes previously, and I'm going to try to mention it a couple more times before the end of March, but I am planning on creating another show, and I'm looking for guests willing to participate in what I've classified as one-shots. All you'll really need to know when walking in are how dice work and a little bit of Pokemon knowledge. You don't even need a lot. This is a very rules-light, storytelling-heavy, improv-heavy sort of story where we're basically just going back and forth exploring this new world. I'm looking for a lot of guests, so don't think you're out of luck. Don't think, oh, it's been a while since he's mentioned this, he's probably full. He's not full. I am not full. Please, if you know somebody that wants to participate, please send them my way. More information will be given over time. I have mentioned that this story is slightly similar to Majora's Mask, if you have an idea what that is, there's a couple of elements of that game that are implemented in the story, and you'll see how. Also, over sometime in the next couple of weeks, I'm actually going to be producing what I'm classifying as a session 0.0. So not quite a session 0, but something similar, where I'm actually going to explain a little bit more about the details of the story and the ideas behind it, the morals, the type of story behind it, to make sure that if you're joining onto the story, it's something that you're comfortable with. I don't think I'll be touching into anything that could be considered, a weird topic to discuss, but I just want to make it absolutely clear beforehand the type of things that'll be discussed. Again, if you're a story person with D&D or Zelda games or Pokemon games and stuff like that, it's sort of that same general category of kiddie nature, but at the same time, I want to make everything clear before starting anything. So expect that sometime in mid to late March. And again, I am still looking for guests, and probably will be starting recording in beginning of April, end of March, something around there. So even at that point, I might still need guests. So if you're debating on whether or not it is, and you want to test out a couple of episodes to see what it's like, expect that to. Yeah, we'll still be looking for guests even at that potentially. So that is that. Thank you very much for listening to this way too long midsection. I promise eventually midsections will not be this long. But if you're interested in checking anything out, again, link episode description and explore the description of episodes from there. So, without further ado, after all of that promotion, it is time to get back into the story. Kyle, you have not found Ralph. You have searched in all of the great buildings, the forge, the fighting place, the other fighting place. Frankly, you didn't know which buildings you were going into. You just thought, which ones do I dislike, and one of those.
Sounds about right.
Haven't found Ralph yet, which means that this one of two things: either A, Ralph has just left, which is kind of problematic because he's got half the legendary items, and also he's not exactly the worst person in the world. And then the second thing, the second idea is that he's in a building that you like, which is just confusing at this point.
Oh yeah, no, this is bizarre.
Ralph has disappeared, or worse, he's in a library.
No, that's exactly the thought process. It's like either this man has disappeared, or he's learning. And that's a scary, and that's a scary prospect. Yeah, at this point, Kyle's gonna start working through the buildings that he actually wouldn't mind visiting, and seeing if Ralph is there. So he's pointing Keldeo in the direction of oh yeah, this is this random sculptor's building where he does his sculpting, and this is some random music hall, and is that a library?
So you decide to head into the library with Keldeo or not with Keldeo?
With Keldeo.
Okay, with Keldeo, you guys head into the library, and you just hear
that. Kyle just looks at Keldeo.
An occasional frustrated yelp. Tell me what you know.
Yeah,
do we hear Ralph?
If he's yelling out loud, then yeah, you hear Ralph just say, "Tell me what you know."
Yelling.
Kyle just looks at Keldeo with a look that just says, "Do you know what this is about?"
Keldeo is just blankly staring huh? Just okay. Look, don't take this offensively, but I thought you would be the one that would threaten people.
Kyle very clearly takes offense.
Anyway, let's go over there and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, Kyle shakes it off, shakes off the offense, puts it in his pocket for later, and
he will remember this.
And then follows Keldeo over in the direction of the screaming Ralph.
You go over there and you see a pile of glass shards a couple inches high, and Ralph yelling. Ralph yelling into a bottle. He's like, "Tell me what you know." A bottle screaming back at him "I don't know squat."
We hear the bottle?
Yeah, you hear the bottle.
Kyle just has Kyle has a blank stare at this point. Kyle has no idea how to process the image in front of him, the image and the sounds and everything. This is just there's been some weird stuff happening, but this is just this takes the cake right here.
Yeah.
Ralph may have on the one hand, Ralph may have actually gone insane. On the other hand, that bottle is talking.
Right.
Keldeo kind of rushes up to you, not interrupting, but just "Hey, Ralph, how's it go? What are you doing?"
He's talking to him the way you talk to someone who's clearly in not a sound state of mind.
Yeah. Just "Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Are you okay?
Nice bottle you got there. Smash."
I whip around frustrated. I'm it's a long story, but basically this bottle wanted me to help it and to get out. There's a thing inside this bottle wants to get out, but I talked to the Whiscash, and the Whiscash told me it has all the answers to all my questions.
Wait, what Whiscash? What?
There's the librarian. They know everything. Anyway, I met him earlier. Anyway,
okay.
Just go talk to the librarian. I'm in the middle of this interrogation.
So Keldeo's looks to you.
Kyle's expression has not changed. Kyle still is just giving the blankest of stares.
Keldeo looks to you and is you got this, right? And Keldeo just rushes over to where the librarian's office would be.
Kyle's gonna slowly back away from Ralph and go to the librarian's office as well. Slowly backing away just to make sure Ralph isn't about to do anything erratic and is still in the same pattern before.
Oh, he's about to do something erratic.
Oh boy! All right, so you go over to the librarian's office. Ralph, what's your erratic thing that you do?
There are shards of glass on the ground, correct?
Correct.
Oh no,
Are any of them
where is this
small enough to
going?
fit inside the bottle?
Some of them.
I pick up some of them and I like bring it up to the bottles open. I'm like, listen, I can just fill your bottle up with these pointy, uncomfortable glass shards, or you can start talking.
I am talking. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what this is. I don't know what a mountain is. I don't know what half the things you've mentioned are. And on top of all of it, I've been in this bottle forever.
I put it back on the shelf, and I just lay down and stare at the sky.
Like, okay. Okay.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Okay. That's a thing. Yeah, I feel like I might do that after this episode. Great. Meanwhile, in the more sane timeline, Keldeo, Kyle, you meet up with this wish cache neither of you have met before. I don't think either of you have told each other about dreams and stuff like that. So
No. At this point, Kyle is going to this librarian's office, like, and one, Kyle's assuming this librarian cannot see or hear him. And two, if Kyle were to be able to see or hear the librarian, his approach would be, you're aware that there is a crazy man smashing glass in your library.
So you both walk in. Wishcash looks at Keldeo and then sits down.
Wishcash looks like Keldeo and sits down?
Correct.
Okay, cool. In that case, Kyle's just gonna like sit next to Keldeo, or if there are chairs or whatever, and let Keldeo drive.
I think there's a couple of chairs. There's like 3 or 4 that are lined up in front of the librarian, so you just lean up on one of them.
Yeah, Kyle's just gonna let Keldeo drive since Kyle has no reason to believe the Wishcash can see or hear him.
Yeah.
So.
Hi. It's slowly dawned on Keldeo. There's no way he can approach this conversation without mentioning this mystical thing that like nobody can see. So Keldeo's like, I'm interested in history books. Would you be able to assist?
Of course. I suppose I can help. And you, my young man, what would you like?
Staring directly at you at this point.
At Kyle.
At Kyle.
Kyle's gonna like very frantically look between Keldeo and the Wishcash, and like the look on his face is clearly like, what? Excuse me? What's happening?
My friend, my eyesight may not be as good as it used to be, but I can clearly see you. Now, your friend here has suggested some history books for himself, or for themselves, and for you.
Kyle is like, Kyle like in that like moment was like looking to see like, is there any reaction from Keldeo?
Keldeo is just like blankly staring at Wishcast, trying to pass off. I have no idea what you're doing. His
Keldeo is trying to keep the act up.
What? Yeah.
Does Keldeo not see me panicking?
He's trying not to look at you, because if he looks at you, then that gives the game away.
Kyle's gonna test something out, and he's just gonna like, instead of actually speaking, is just gonna like start like mouthing some words about like Kyle's like gonna like mouth out like some words about like saying like he's gonna mouth out the sentence, are there any glass bottles in this library?
I see you must be friends with the other one. Very well. Come with me.
Kyle at this point just lets out a very audible what?
Keldeo looks around like, what? Because he wasn't expecting you to like speak out loud for one thing. And Wishcash has already gotten up and is heading out the door.
Kyle's just giving Keldeo the wildest look of just like, huh? What?
Look,
what?
man, I got no clue. Let's figure out what exactly is going on. So you guys head out of the room and head over to this one hallway of the history books with glass shards everywhere, Ralph contemplating life, and the bottle in the back refusing to talk to anyone.
Is there anyone else in the library, by the way?
Nope.
Okay.
Perhaps for the best.
And where's the Wishcash leading us?
To that
Ralph?
hallway, to basically to Ralph.
Okay. What do we, when we get there? What do we see? And what the
Wishcash is looking.
Does the Wishcash say anything as we're going over?
No, just walks over, or floats over, however Wishcash would travel on land, and reaches the area.
I'm imagining it moves like a seal.
That's probably it. Yeah, something like that. Maybe up and down, so like side to side. And then reaches that hallway. Wishcash looks and just shakes its head, like,
Dear, this is not what I quite expected.
I mean, from the Wishcash's perspective, I just walked into their office, asked about the bottle, and then was like, I have an idea, and then just went into a fit of rage.
basically.
Like, as if that was my plan.
Exactly.
Kyle at this point, like, is kind of over, like, the whole like initial shock of like this Whiscash can see me, and it is just gonna like just straight up ask like, excuse me, sir, did you know about this?
Certainly not the most recent developments, but yes, I did know about this.
And he points to like the bottle and Ralph.
What? Could you maybe explain? What? Huh?
Oh dear.
Also, you can see him, and you can see me,
Mm-hmm.
and you can hear him, and you can hear me.
Well, I mean, he's not talking right now, but yes, absolutely.
Who are you?
I am the elder, and I believe Ralph has a lot to talk to you about.
Kyle's just gonna look over at Ralph, just like with like this look of just like, what is going on?
Ralph right now is smelling colors.
I'm like still on the ground, but I can hear the conversation, right?
Yeah, I would assume so, unless you've like just shut out every
I, like,
sense.
Is Keldeo there?
Keldio's there. Keldeo hasn't spoken, but it's kind of just like, oh, okay.
Okay, I have to be kind of sensitive with what I say because Keldeo is probably not a recruit. What? What did I say?
Anirudh, you know why I find this funny, right?
This is very hilarious.
Okay. I'm glad I'm not alone in this.
Okay.
So much has changed.
I see. Okay. I like softly speak and I'm like, okay. I met Whiscash the elder a couple days ago. Kyle, I'm sure you can guess how we met.
Kyle's giving
Yeah.
this very blank expression of like Kyle very clearly cannot guess
That's true.
how they would have met,
as-
why they would have met.
As a reminder, throughout this entire like future past thing, Ralph, you've regularly had dreams of the dream world. Kyle has not had one, and this has been
also,
at least a couple.
Kyle has never tried to go.
Very true.
Oh, true.
It's been,
true.
I think, if you want to count the days, this is day 10 of your journey, and there's probably a handful of days before that. So it's been roughly 2 weeks since Kyle has even thought about the dream world, let alone tried to attempt to go. While Ralph is basically like having daily visits. So
Good point. I'll just say, Kyle, I didn't meet them here, if you know what I mean. I met them somewhere else. Anyway,
Kyle still has a very blank expression on his face.
Ralph,
talk to you
hold
later.
up. I think, okay, in this instance, I'm gonna have Ralph roll performance and Kyle roll insight, I guess.
performance would be cute,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And insight.
I got a 6.
Insight's beauty, yeah.
Well, dirty one.
Dirty one. This
performance is
message
6.
does not get shared over, and in fact, Kyle,
What Kyle is getting from this is Ralph has been sneaking off. At
that's
this point.
exactly what I was thinking. Ralph has
Oh,
at this
no.
point been either when you're asleep or while certain situations are going on. Ralph has been exploring on his own, I guess,
Oh,
and met
while-
this wish
while he's asleep.
and not
That's not wrong.
sharing.
and not informing you guys,
Yeah.
which I don't know how that will play out, but we'll see. I don't know, whatever.
Kyle,
That happens.
I will talk to you about this later. Anyway, I met them earlier.
Kyle just holds up his hand, and it's just like, no, not later.
Kyle, I can't talk about it right now. I don't know who is around. You know this better than I do.
Kyle is gonna turn to Keldeo and Whiscash, and and just ask, there is no one else in this library, right?
Wishcash kind of like looks around the corridors.
Nope. My last visitor was 3 days ago. Nobody really reads anymore, I'm afraid.
Kyle just turns to Ralph with the smuggest look.
I don't know what I can say if someone is not
If someone is none of this is, of course, understandable to Kyle, and in fact, now you think Ralph has come down with something while he's exploring.
Kyle's just gonna turn to the Whiscash because clearly Ralph has lost it, and Kyle's just gonna look to the Whiscash and give him a look of just like, can you please explain? Please help.
I suppose, but I think the circumstances of your visit make it difficult to explain without, how to say, messing with the timeline, no?
See, that's how you communicate.
Well, he's a very wise old soul, and I'm 10. So.
All right. So Whiscash's exact words were,
It is difficult. It's something along the lines of it's difficult to say because it can mess with the timeline, and the timeline is something, as a reminder, that everybody here understands has been affected with because you guys exist. Now he's not explaining why the timeline exists. So from Kelio's perspective, Celebi, yeah, I think we explained that. Celebi sent you back into the past to solve some problem and go forward. That's it.
Yes, and so Keldeo knows we're not from this time.
Correct.
Whiscash knows pretty much everything.
beyond like specifics of what the problem is. Keldeo,
Whiscash
knows the premise of Celebi sent us here to fix something and get out.
Yes, that is what Keldeo knows. Wishcash presumably knows everything. At the very least, knows everything. Ralph
Wait, no. That's what Wishcash knows.
Keldeo knows. Keldeo knows the following: Celebi sent you here, solve a problem, help out in the process.
Wait, how does Keldeo know?
Because you explained this to him earlier.
We did?
You explained the time travel thing, and I'm pretty sure you mentioned Celebi.
What? I don't.
He's also a legendary at this point, or getting the process of legendary. So at the very least, he knows who the time travel Pokemon are. That's not the issue. The issue comes in the recruit
because
aspect.
I didn't think that things got explained to Keldeo ever. I know Ralph explained things to Whiscash. To the Elder.
So way back, you went from X time period to X plus 2-3 years, and then when you came back,
did we explain it to him?
You went into a separate room and like, hey, guess what? We're not from this time. We're here to solve a problem and get out. And then in the process, plus Keldeo is smart enough to realize, okay, time travel. There's two people here. It's either Dialga or Celebi. Either way, they're here.
I think
come in and get out.
This does sound right. I do remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but
right.
Keldeo,
right.
as far
I'm with you now.
Yeah, Keldeo, as far as Keldeo knows, you came to assist him in solving the problem and get out.
Yeah.
Now, what Wishcash knows and is sort of implying is not only does he know that, he also knows, which Ralph understands, everything Ralph has told him, which includes the recruits aspect, which includes that legendaries are real, which includes that there's a dark evil force out there, and there's a forest, and all blah, 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 blah. And more. Things that I have not explained. Things I don't even know. He knows. He is all-powerful, all-seeing. He's the Susie of the ancient times.
So...
At the very least, he said timeline now, which suggests he knows more than he's letting on.
Yeah. I think Kyle, because at this point, like, Kyle just needs some level of basic background info here to understand, okay, what is going on.
Right.
So I think Kyle's request to the Whiscash will be something along the lines of, how's Kyle going to work this? I think Kyle's just going to go, well, can you at least tell me as much as you think you safely can, knowing what you know about him, pointing over to Ralph, and what you can tell about the two of us. Kyle says, like, pointing between the two.
Okay. Just rolled for Keldeo. Keldeo at this point understands at the very least, like, oh, this must be a time travel thing. And if I figure this out, I do something wrong, and that messes with the timeline later. So Keldeo is sort of like stepping back, like I'm not going to interrupt here.
Okay. Cool.
Share what you
Perfect.
want. I will try to not listen, but even if I do, hopefully you guys understand that me knowing stuff could screw things up. So like he's putting the pressure, I guess, on you guys, being like, okay, you guys say the words that you want to say.
Yeah.
Long story short, Keldeo will not sit there and be like, what are you talking about? And like, mess with everything.
Yeah.
Wishcash points over to the bottle and says,
That is cursed.
Kyle's gonna look over to Keldeo and just gotta be like, does that explain what you were asking earlier?
Well, I guess? I don't understand it, though, but... That would
Kyle
give-
just
that would give
gives a
potential
shrug
answer.
like, neither do I.
That would give a potential answer. You hear a voice from the bottle.
I'm not cursed!
Like mumble, getting real defensive, huh? Sounds like something.
Oh boy, Ralph's
a
on it
cursed
again.
thing would say.
Um,
I'm still here.
yeah.
Kyle is ignoring.
The bottle and like just turns back to Whiscash, and it's just like, okay, that explains all of, and just like gestures around like all of this, but how did you meet him?
Oh, who can say? Perhaps he was on a road, perhaps he was on a dream, perhaps he was in a sight, a vision. Does that answer your question?
I'm wondering if Kyle would pick up on the fact that 2 of the 3 things were like dream and vision.
Roll insight, I guess.
Like, is this something Kyle picks up on? Insight is
Beauty.
11 minus 1 is 10.
Ooh, how would I do this?
It's a mixed success.
Wishcash knows something. That much is confirmed. Where exactly that something comes from is still unclear. You understand that Wishcash has information. Okay, here's what Wishcash has information, but you're unsure if Ralph told Wishcash the information or if Wishcash knows it themselves. And as a result, it's if you say something that Wishcash might not know, that could mess things up even more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I'm just looking for how did these 2 start coming to interact?
Well, that's the thing. At this point right now, one of 2 ideas comes in. Either A, Wishcash is kind of on the same path that you guys are, in which case he's got a lot of information that could be helpful. Or B, Wishcash is a very nice older gentleman that somehow can see you 2, and Ralph told all of these things to.
So you're telling me I got nothing out of that?
What you get is that he has information. Now, some of this information might be new to you, or some of the information might be things that you know that Wishcash does not. So what I've given you is that he knows things. Basically, he's got information, but you got to word your questions carefully. That's your mixed success.
Well, I think Kyle's immediate workaround solution is just gonna be just to straight up ask, is there some time or place that you can talk a bit more freely about all of this, because this isn't gonna work.
Take a good rest, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Subtext.
I think Kyle could kind of that one's like very glaring. I feel like Kyle could piece that one together.
Probably.
Yeah.
Keldeo's kind of like, okay, cool, yeah. We're thinking of staying in town anyway, so yeah, you guys can meet up tomorrow, and we'll go from there. I don't even have to come to that meeting. So.
Kyle just nods, and then just like looking, still like talking to Whiscash, points over to Ralph, and it's just like, is he good? Do you need us to help deal with him? You could take him off your hands.
That is up to him, whether or not he is, as you say, good.
Kyle finally turns over to Ralph, and just looking and just seeing if there is anything there.
An update right now. Ralph is currently smelling numbers. Go ahead.
Just defeated.
Is Ralph still just like laying down on the floor in a pile of broken glass?
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle's gonna look over at Keldeo and then like nod his head over to Ralph, as in like a go get him.
All right. Keldeo like goes over and picks up Ralph, tosses Ralph on its back, and is like, "All right, let's go. We can find a nice place to stay."
I just wanted answers. That's all I wanted.
I don't have any answers.
Yeah, well,
Where is the bottle?
have fun in eternity in a bottle.
The bottle is in the corner right now.
Yeah, the bottle's still in the library, right? Just
Correct.
like untouched.
It is currently in the library. It is untouched because it like reappeared there the last time that Ralph smashed it.
Okay. As they're getting ready to go, Kyle's gonna be like, do you need any help with the mess our friend here made?
Oh, no. It's fine. It will clear itself up, hopefully.
Kyle just gives like the most bewildered look and then remembers bottle is cursed and just kind of shrugs.
And waves goodbye and starts leaving.
He's magic.
And you guys head over to the local tavern, inn, or whatever. Caldeo pays for it. We're just gonna flash forward to the rest of the day. Night.
As they're getting ready to sleep, like Kyle's gonna do his thing of trying to connect to the dream world and seeing if that does anything.
Oh, finally.
Before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
As like the last conscious thing.
Okay.
Right, because Kyle's like, I don't think Kyle's ever subconsciously gone to the dream world, or if he has, it's only been like a handful of times.
It's
been few and far between.
correct. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll Arcana.
That's smat.
Dirty 20.
Wow.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a choice here. I have some information for you. All great and dandy. Alternatively, you roll Arcana again, and I give you more information based on that roll. In this way,
So you're basically
It's
giving
double
me
or
a
nothing.
double or nothing on this roll.
sort of. If you pass again, I will give you a lot of information. If you mixed, I will give you. No, let me rechange it. Depending on your roll, smart, Arcana, all the 9 yards. If you do a standard pass, I will give you a lot of information. If you get between, not including, 5 and 15, so the mixed and then a little bit of the bad stuff, same information. If you get a 5 or lower on this Arcana roll, I will do something else.
To be clear, I'm just trying to go to the dream.
Correct. It's up to you. This is a choice you can make.
So you're giving me 75% odds. Something.
There is a 25% chance I give you a bunch of information, and a 25% chance I won't give you what you want. And there's a 50% chance I'll give you exactly what you're already about to get.
Yeah. Well.
Or the odds are different.
I'll take my 16 and 20 chance. And 18 plus 1 is 19.
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting.
All right. Fill Kyle in. Let's get back to player and character having same knowledge. It's so much easier to play that way.
So you pop into the dream world. You are currently right now. One quick question: is Ralph joining you, or has Ralph decided to do Ralph things?
I don't know. Kyle was talking about Cash. Ralph was in his own world at that point.
Okay.
I think Ralph is
between
going to bed.
Between that moment and now. Okay, so Ralph is just straight up going to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tired from the day.
Great. In that case, Kyle, you open your eyes and you see yourself in the hallway.
In the hallway.
In the hallway.
It's the same as I know it.
It's the same as you know it. Maybe your door's been painted or something. I don't know.
All the same rooms and everything.
All the same rooms and everything.
It's weird. Kyle's gonna make his way down the hall and poke his head into rooms to see if anyone's there.
You poke your head into all of the rooms. No one seems to be. Ooh. Okay. I need you to tell me whose rooms you go into. You don't have to go by the name of the room, just whoever's room it is. So you can say Kyle's room instead of Verusian or something.
Well, Kyle, I think what Kyle's gonna do, right? Because I think we've kind of established at this point that at one end of the hall is Kyle and Ralph. At the other end of the hall is Adam and Isaac, and then everyone else has kind of just filled in between.
Correct.
Right.
Kyle's hitting every single room.
Okay. I need you to go pick an order though. It's weird. I can't just explicitly tell you hey, between this door and this door, because that gives away some stuff.
Well, Kyle's just literally going down the doors in order. So he starts with Kyle and then Ralph and then...
Okay, well, Kyle is on one side and Ralph is on the other side. So are you bouncing back and forth across the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. In
Like
that
working
case,
his way down the hall, going right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right,
great.
left.
In that case, you check your room. Your room looks nice and fancy and all that sort of stuff with whatever's in there. Your
What's in Kyle's room?
what's in Kyle's room?
Like what's in there?
Oh, this is interesting. In Kyle's room right now is the grass cornet, the icy flute, and eggshells, among a bed and like standard stuff like that.
The grass cornet, the icy flute, and eggshells.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And eggshells.
And eggshells.
Huh? But Manaphy hatched in. Okay. Whatever. Okay. So that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, and then the rest of the room is pretty standard. Then you bounce over to Ralph's room, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You pop over to Ralph's room. Ralph's room looks like Ralph's room, at least the last times you've seen it. There's one thing that's very odd, though. Ralph is asleep in his bed.
Huh?
Ralph is asleep in his bed.
Weird. Is there anything else irregular about the room?
Nope. Looks pretty standard.
Kyle's gonna walk over to Ralph to see if there's anything weird about Ralph or if this is just Ralph sleeping.
How often have you watched Ralph sleeping? This is a very weird question, I know, but just take it as it is.
We've established that Ralph is the early riser between the two.
Okay.
So I feel like not that often.
Okay, in that case, Ralph is sleeping very calmly. Standard, as far as you know.
Kyle's gonna make a mental note to be like, that's weird. Ralph doesn't usually sleep here. Actually, wait, yeah, no, wait, yeah. This is the dream world. Why is Ralph sleeping? Kyle's gonna try and nudge Ralph awake.
The moment you touch Ralph, you open your eyes and you are standing in front of a forest.
Does this forest seem familiar?
To you?
No. To me.
Vaguely.
No.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
There's something in the back of your head that swears you've been here before, but for all intents and purposes, no.
Because the last time Kyle was in the dream world was when Verizian and all of them were having the big meeting, and he couldn't stick around.
Correct.
And he was in a forest.
Ralph, I need you
Do I know this is the same forest?
You cannot confirm if it is the same. Roll investigation. Ralph, I need you to roll acrobatics.
Am I there with him?
No.
8 plus 1 is 9.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay, 8 plus 1 is 9.
Acrobatics.
No idea.
Cool.
This could be, this might not be. You could it's hard to tell because there are so many different forests in the world.
Yeah.
And this looks, like a few that you've seen before. Your acrobatics?
I got a 2 for acrobatics. This die hates me.
Great.
Why don't you roll a different die?
I stick with my dice.
Bro, you had a die that gave you a net 20 at the start of this session, and you've been rolling the one that gives you net ones.
It's the same die.
I thought it was a different die that gave you the
him.
net ones.
No, it's the same die. Give me a nat 20 and 3 nat ones.
Then why not roll the other one?
Because, I don't know. It's not metal,
Right.
so it's not cool.
Anyway.
That was your first mistake.
Great. So, Kyle, you no idea about this forest, maybe not. You could try walking in and figuring it out, but there's, stuff behind you that could potentially be interesting, or go into the forest. Up to you.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else around? Can Kyle see anything else around, other than this forest?
In front of you is the forest. Behind you, you can see the vague glint of something else, but not 100% sure what it is.
Kyle's gonna head to the something else with the mental note of I'll keep this forest in the back of my mind and maybe come back here. But last time I was at this forest, I got kicked out. So this will be the last place that I check.
Great. You walk back over, and you reached the back, basically. You can see now the back of this gazebo pavilion thing.
Okay.
I don't know how confusing that is
look
to
at
you,
all
but at the very
familiar?
least you're at the back.
Does it look at all familiar? Or is it...
Vaguely, it looks older. Almost like the materials here are different. Maybe newer, like the paint hasn't dried. Things look nicer, I guess. That's the best way to describe it. It looks like if the current gazebo was poofed up.
Interesting.
Spruced
Is
up.
there
There you go,
anyone
that's it.
around or anything there, or...
Put a pin in that. Ralph, you were asleep.
Yes.
You open your eyes and you see yourself in front of a forest.
Is Kyle there?
Kyle is not there.
Oh, I try flying.
You try flying. You can fly.
Okay, so this is a dream and not the real thing.
Correct.
What did I do to get to the dark place? I had to like lay down on the grass and then I'm gonna lay down on the grass.
You're gonna lie down on the grass.
Yep.
Oh, I feel like there's gonna be some weird race conditions going on here now. Uh-oh.
Kyle, as you're looking around, you notice things start to get darker.
Start to get darker?
Start to get darker.
Like is the sun like being blotted out? Like what's happening?
You look up and see a large black dot in the sky.
Does it look like an eclipse?
No, it just looks like when you when you look into the sun and then look away, you see those black dots everywhere. It looks like that.
Yeah. Okay. Kyle's gonna make a mental note of this, but continue like
Has Kyle made it to the gazebo at this point?
Have you made it to the? Yeah, you're by this point you're like in the gazebo, I guess.
And is there anything or anyone there?
Anything or anyone there? No.
No?
There is nothing at the gazebo. No.
And is there anything else around beyond just the forest?
Well, by this point you're away from the forest enough that like it's in the distance.
But yeah, the forest is off in the distance. Is there anything else off in the distance in any direction?
And
is there a door?
There is no door.
Weird.
This black dot now in the sky looks weirder.
Looks weirder, like it has a shape?
Like it looks like it's splitting apart, if that makes any sense.
Interesting. Kyle at this point is booking it to the forest. That's what he's doing.
Okay. As you run to the forest, you look up and notice that those black dots have split apart to 59 black dots, all rushing down towards the ground.
Interesting.
And this is from Kyle's perspective, not mine.
And if Kyle's looking at these dots, are they moving? Like, because they're moving when he's not looking. If he looks, are they stopping?
They continue to move.
If Kyle stops for a split second and does nothing and just looks up, are they still moving?
Meow. Still moving.
All right, he's hightailing it then. He's hightailing it to the forest.
You start rushing towards the forest. Make an athletics check.
That's tough, right?
Yeah, that's tough. Sorry.
Okay. My tough is... Yep, my tough is the only thing that's not a plus or minus 1. It's plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6.
So you start rushing into the forest. As you rush into the forest, everything becomes dark. Both of you open your eyes, and you are now at the base of a mountain. Neither of you can see each other.
Oh.
Wait, so Kyle opens his eyes and he's at the base of a mountain now?
You are at the base of a mountain. There looks like there is a winding path around this mountain. Things are foggy. You can see maybe a couple of feet in front of you. And most importantly, neither of you can see each other.
Okay. I start walking up the mountain.
Ralph starts walking up this mountain. Kyle.
Another day at the office.
Kyle's gonna look around and see if he can spot any sort of landmark or anything to and anything that he recognizes.
There is nothing you recognize. The only thing that sticks out to you is this path that loops around this mountain.
Hi-ho, here we go.
All right, both of you continue to walk up this mountain, and then both of you reach the end of the path, basically. There looks to be a door, a sturdy door, and somebody behind the door, to each of you, goes, "Password."
The bottle told me what it was. I just don't remember it off the top of my head right now.
Incorrect password.
Evil.
Incorrect password.
Kyle.
Incorrect password.
Meanwhile, Kyle, what are you doing? Kyle, you have heard from behind this door. Please give us a password. Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle's looking around to see if there's any sort of anything at all to give any indication of what this door is, who was behind this door, where this is.
It could be anything.
Kyle's looking for anything that can help him guess a password.
It could be the Recruits of the Lost door. It could be the Bad Guys door. It could be the most recent version of the book club. Who knows? Nothing. There's rocks around you if that helps. Maybe this is the rock club.
And they've just asked for a password?
They've asked for a password.
Kyle's just gonna yell back, yes.
Incorrect password.
Back at the base of the mountain, was there anywhere to walk in the other directions?
Potentially, but you couldn't see anything.
Kyle's just gonna turn back around and Kyle's just gonna shrug and walk away.
Okay, Ralph, you've got one more guess, technically speaking.
What? I thought he went through 3.
I used 3.
Did you use 3?
Yeah, I did use 3.
Oh, okay, in that case. Kyle, as you walk away, the floor around both of you disappears. Ralph at this point is kind of like, oh shucks, here we go again. Kyle, meanwhile, you are falling down into the abyss of darkness with nothing and no one and anything down below you.
From walking away from the
From walking away from the door.
Falling,
Panic, and then both of you wake up in your own respective beds/rooms. The time right now is like 10:30 at night.
10:30 at night.
10:30 at night. I don't know when you went to bed, but it's 10:30 at night. Well,
Is it just the two of us in the room?
No, separate rooms, I thought he said.
Oh, we're in separate rooms?
Oh, wait, no, I thought we were all in Keldio's room.
You're all in Keldio's room. Keldio's got 3 beds in this room because why not? And Keldio's fast asleep. But you guys both wake up in your own beds respectively. I don't know if one of you shoots up and is like noticeable to the other person.
I have no idea that Kyle even had that dream.
Correct.
Or the same experience.
Neither. It's the same thing from Kyle.
Oh,
however.
Okay, wait.
Oh, okay.
Ralph, you wake up. Sorry, I made a mistake. Ralph, you wake up. Kyle, you bounce back and hit the wall in Ralph's room.
Wait, what?
Sorry, in Ralph's dream room.
Oh, yeah, Kyle's still in the dream world.
Correct. You bounce back from that. Ralph is no longer in the bed.
So now Ralph's room is empty.
Ralph's room is currently empty. His bed neatly made. His whatever items Ralph has been throwing in there, if he's thrown anything in there, it's still nice and organized, but Ralph is no longer there.
Interesting. Did I just get like a... I think Kyle at this point is like, maybe I just got like some weird vision into like Ralph's subconscious or something. And leaves Ralph's room and continues on his sweep.
Ding, 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 ding. You go through all the rooms, nothing happens. You reach the Mew room. The Mew room, of course, purpleness is there. You can go right through.
Yep.
Door behind you. You see the gazebo in front of you. Nobody seems to be there.
No one's there.
Nope.
No one's there. And at this point, I think Kyle's gonna like kind of just like patiently wait for some amount of time. Is what Kyle's gonna do.
You continue to wait, and no one comes.
Kyle's just gonna assume that he misunderstood the Whiskash and bip out of the dream world and go to sleep.
Okay. The time right now is 10:35. Maybe. Not even. 10:30 and like a second later. I don't know. Not even.
Yeah.
You guys both go to bed. Both of you make...
Wait, hold on. Does Kyle recognize that there was a passage of time while he was in the dream world? Because
do you look at a clock? Oh, or did you like go to bed and immediately wake up?
Well, because Kyle like was like getting ready for bed, and the last thing he was gonna do before he went to sleep for the night was pop into the dream world, right?
Correct. Okay, so you did not go to bed. In that case,
does Kyle notice that there's been a passage of time?
You pop
before
out.
He goes to sleep?
Yeah, you pop out and notice the moon is slightly lower than it was. Slightly higher. Sorry, slightly higher than it was when you popped in, which is not how the dream world works.
That's not how the dream world works. And Kyle's gonna like look over at Ralph and see if Ralph is asleep.
Ralph is asleep? I don't know. This is up to Ralph. Ralph, after your darkness thing.
I thought I woke. After the mountain, I woke up, right?
Yeah, you woke up. Are you heading back to sleep?
Oh, is it like the middle of the night?
It is 10:30 at night. Assume you went to bed at like 9:30, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm going back to bed.
Okay. From your perspective, Kyle, Ralph is asleep. You can make a perception check.
14 minus 1 is 13.
Ralph looks like he might have had a weird dream or something like that, but he's asleep right now.
This is amazing. Kyle can see people's dreams. This is great. Kyle just makes a mental note of this and then goes to sleep for himself.
Great. Both of you.
And Kyle's also disappointed that the Whiskash did not meet him, but yeah.
Both of you, I need you to make Arcana checks.
Arcana. Here we go.
16. For a half second I thought I got another dirty 20. It's just a 17.
The die did not land evenly. Is that again?
How?
It like...
Wait.
Well, it like was slanted on my mouse pad, on the edge of my mouse pad. So it was
okay, I was gonna say, how did you land a D20 on its edge?
I got an 18.
Ooh, interesting. Kyle, we'll start with you. Kyle, you open your eyes and you see nothing but darkness around you everywhere. Do 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 do.
Sounds about right. Kyle's gonna lay down and look in the up direction as defined by being opposite gravity and whatever surface he's standing on.
Great. You look up. You see 59 dots of whiteness.
59 dots.
59 dots.
Wait a minute. Kyle saw 59 black dots earlier. And Kyle counted them, I assume.
Yeah, you recognize the number. Yeah, 59.
It's the same number of. That is. Ooh. Kyle makes a mental note of, huh, and then lets the dream
Huh.
lets the dream proceed as scripted.
Whoosh, meow. Anyway, that happens. And Ralph, you open your eyes and you are standing in front of a forest.
Oh, what do I do? I try flying.
You cannot fly.
All right, this is real.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Or just fantasy? I don't know what to do anymore. I've like done everything that there is. Is there anything that like in any direction that I just like haven't gone in before?
Is there any directions you haven't gone in before? I mean, around the forest?
Around the forest, like there's the gazebo direction, I've gone there. There's inside the forest, I've gone there. Is there anything else to do here? This is just boring.
Cool. I don't know if anyone has ever considered this an educational show, but man, we are giving a fantastic lesson on prepositions right here.
Potentially. I suppose it's up to you. You can do whatever you'd like within reason.
I am going to wait, but this is the real actual. Let me go to the gazebo actually, just in case there's like a new recruit there that I haven't met yet.
You walk over to the gazebo, and you see standing there and responding in kind with just as much confusion, Kyle, who looks at you like, what? What's going on? Both of you now recognize each other, and this is the real you and not me pretending to be either of you yet.
Wait. So Kyle was engulfed by the light and is now at gazebo. And
You are now
Ralph is
sitting at
standing
the
there?
you are now sitting at the gazebo as if you had just finished a meeting with Adam or something like that. And Ralph is walking in from the background like, hey.
Oh my
Kyle's looking around for the door.
There is no door.
Kyle? Wait, is this real Kyle or is this just Dream Kyle? Wait, this isn't a dream. No, this is real Kyle.
Kyle, in response to that, just gives Ralph a sarcastic look.
Okay, this is real Kyle. Oh my gosh. Okay. How did you get here?
Kyle just shrugs, just like, I don't know.
I believe
As Wishcash appears behind you.
it is time for a long conversation.
And with that, we shall end this episode.
Finally, answers will start coming out. Maybe.
Okay, alright. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Alright.
Great
Okay.
job, everyone.
Alright, okay. Alright.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Well done. Did I make things more confusing? I'm gonna be frank. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. You rolling that nat 1 to break the bottle messed up this entire episode. Hands down, top 10 worst rolls of all time is you rolling that.
You thought I was gonna. You actually was expecting me to actually like shake it out.
Well, no. I just didn't want you to break it. That was the only thing I
and I
didn't want.
did.
You could have failed at shaking it out, and that would have been fine. But you breaking the bottle
But I broke it.
significantly damaged this show. I'm gonna put it right there. That show,
Significantly.
breaking the bottle, turned this show from a 5.0 review show to a 4.9 review show. That's what I'm saying. It's that
I'm
bad.
sorry.
Well,
I'm
hold on. I thought the only thing that affected, considering how you dealt with him breaking the bottle and there being no actual permanent impact, was there was just no plot progression.
But you forget, I know what happens 6 episodes from now that is royally messed up because this man broke a bottle. Okay, anyway, no.
Okay,
Anyway,
so what I'm getting here is Darkrai, or whichever one of Darkrai's associates that is stuck in that. It can't be Darkrai. Whichever one of Darkrai's associates that was supposed to be working on this town and is trapped in that bottle has gone from annoyed to really pissed off with a vendetta.
Potentially. I don't know. We'll see.
Nice.
Maybe there's a good guy inside. Who knows? Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for listening, including my rant. Hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Chaos and stuffs. Frankly, I don't know where to go with this. There's a lot of preparation that I got to change now because of certain decisions made by Nat 1s. So I'm on your side, actually, for the first time in a while. I'm with you guys. I'm with the players. Yeah, that Nat 1 was bad.
No, see, here's the thing. You're not on my side because I was really hoping that one would be dealt with differently, but he just kind of got a pass.
You see, however, I like to punish my players 10 turns from now, as opposed to punishing them today. So that one shall now be on your conscience forever, my friend. Anyway,
in the words of a famous, I believe, old El Paso taco ad, ¿Por qué no los dos?
Well said. On that note, thank you everyone for listening. We hope that you have enjoyed. I have been your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself.
And I've been Mansour playing Chaos and stuff.
And I've been Mohammed playing the actual game.
And until next time, just guys, listen. Anybody out there playing, rolling dice, never roll a nat 1, like ever. Like, you should never